Now go catch your run. It's 24 degrees out with a little bit of a breeze, so it feels a little bit colder than that, but it's so much warmer than what we've been dealing with these past few days. I made some rice bags for Greg, and I stuck them into his stroller, so he's really, really warm. One thing I have pushed myself to consider thinking about would be finding the warmth in winter. Finding the summer that lies underneath all that snow. I headed out and it was bitterly cold. My hands were aching with the cold. Aching because it was so bitter out. But as I rounded the hill and I started to go up, and the first mile melted away behind me, it was like that iciness just sort of thawed. My body started to thaw out, and my emotions about running in winter started to thaw away, and I started to really feel the true warmth that comes from running just in any season. But there's that, you know what I mean? There's a true warmth that comes from running, and in the winter I feel like it takes longer to warm up to that. It feels like I need a little bit more grease or a little bit more oil on my gears to sort of warm up and become acclimated with the run. And so I was running up the hill and the sun just enveloped my whole body. It just flooded over me, and I could feel it in my legs. I could feel it in my the back of my head and on my arms, and it was just this true feeling of physical warmth, but also that emotional, mental warmth that comes from just the amount of pride, and not the bragging pride, but the kind of that feeling of, here I am out here in the dead of winter. It's freezing out. I'm pushing a stroller with a 25-pound baby, 10-pound stroller. So I'm pushing like 35 pounds up this enormous hill. And I have every right to complain, but I couldn't, because I felt that true warmth. The kind of warmth that that things are still alive underneath the snow. Things are still breathing. Things are still little teeny tiny heartbeats are still out there, if that even makes sense. The snow's going to melt away, the ice is going to thaw and disappear, and then all of a sudden the grass will come out and the flowers will bloom and it will be spring again. But it's kind of finding that thaw in your own mental state when you head out for a run every time, especially in the winter. It's so hard to find that positive. But for me, I need to make that happen, and it just comes naturally. It just comes from being away and kind of ticking off the miles, and as the first mile's pretty hard, but then after you get going, you really tend to warm up, and you just feel this true pride and joy. I'm thinking about how I still have a huge chunk of this run left to go. I've only gone a couple of miles, but I'm looking forward to it, So finding that true warmth in the dead of winter is I think another key to making my runs be successful. Now go catch your run. You're subscriber worthy. Why haven't you subscribed yet? Just go ahead, click the button, subscribe. It'll do you good. I'll keep you motivated, you'll keep me inspired. It's like a good friendship. Greg and I think that you're worthy to subscribe. Why haven't you done it yet? Are you gonna do it? Subscribe. Click the button.